Bionanogenomics, technical analysis, fundamental statistics, along with reviewing my current positions and their price targets. Starting off with the price action, I am going to predict right now, it's just my opinion, I'm going to predict a 20 to 50% run up in the next couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, tomorrow maybe. Okay, next couple weeks, we are going to go up 20 to 50%, in my opinion. I can be wrong, but we're going to be going over more in the catalyst and fundamental section on why I think that. But let me just say here, just at the start here, before we go to the technicals, guys, there are too many catalysts and too much good news that have not been priced in to the stock, in my opinion. We got earnings coming up. We got basically similar to the symposium, the 5-day symposium, if you remember a couple months ago. We got presentations coming up. We got virtual conferences coming up. Eric, the CEO, Eric, is doing freaking everything. That man is presenting 70 hours a day. All right, you know what I mean? 70 hours a day. All right, Brandon, there's not 70 hours in a day. Okay, I'm messing around. Eric is the man. Bionano's going to the moon. Here's why. Let's start with the price action. We have this descending level of resistance. Let's go to the 10-minute chart. All right, once we break out of this, which we are trying to right now, once we break out of this, you know where we're going. You know where we're going, guys. Let me zoom out to the freaking monthly chart here. Boom, we're going to $17. All right, not really. But actually, once we break out of this level, that is going to be, if you want to add shares, guys, you should have done it today. This is when you should have added shares, in my opinion. I held every for Bionano. I didn't do anything today for my transactions, but once we break out of this, back to my point. Once we break out of this descending level, look for the confirmation, ride the wave higher. We had our run up. All right, let me show you this. I know this is a complicated chart. Let me walk you through it. All right, this is the Fibonacci retracement. These purple support levels right here. Are you with me? Okay, 983, 883. Okay, that's Fibonacci levels. We had a nice run up. We had bleeding, right? We had a ton of bleeding, right? Death, destruction, Sauron coming to kill us all, right? Yes, that happened. Now we are running up. We had a little retracement. Okay, it's a cool down. It's an RSI cool down. Okay, we're calming down, we're chilling out, we're getting ready for the next run higher, we're giving a chance for the institutions and the insider and the market manipulators to get their cheap shares, and then we're going to go to the moon. That's what we're going to do, in my opinion. Let's look at some other indicators, though. But first, before we go to that, entry points. Okay, it looks like we are trying to break out right now. Okay, we're trying to break out right now. All right, make sure you're watching Bionano. Once we break out of this descending resistance level, there's a high chance. I know that after hours, we have no volume, but if we can get a volume supported break here, this is going to be a high upside move once we break out of this descending level of resistance we've been forming. This has been formed since the middle of the day, and if we actually take it down a little bit here, more false breakdowns. It's been formed since basically the open of today. So that's what we're looking at. I like it a little bit there. More recent validation, more perfect recent validations. But anyways, guys, let's look at some other indicators on the hourly. Firstly, let's go to the RSI. Let's go to the MACD. We're doing it all. I'm giving you all the information that I can. Trying my best. 35.03 on the relative strength index. We are oversold on the hourly like heck. All right. Why is RSI important, Brandon? What is this? What does this mean? All right. Let me just give you an example. All right. If it's not going to glitch for me, let's try that again. Okay. When the RSI is low, look at the price action. We're at $5. When the RSI is high, that's okay. Buy when it's low, sell when it's high, or just be really smart like me, in my opinion, and just get a decent price, right? I don't have a decent price. I'm down in the stock right now, but this is, long term, it does not matter, in my opinion. Hold long term for Bionano. That's my best. I think that's the best strategy for Bionano, because catalysts can drop anytime, and you don't know which catalyst is gonna pop it off. Okay, because we've had a ton of catalysts that people are just not paying attention to. People do not realize this technology of Bionanos. They do not understand how big these updates are that they've been posting on their Twitter. A lot of those updates are insane. They're big news. But let's look at the 4-hourly RSI, relative strength index. Okay, 44. So we're on the oversold side. Let's look at the daily. We're looking pretty good. 45. We got even more room to run. I want to show you guys something. Try to neglect this little area. Okay, this is not a daily chart set. Okay, this is all these indicators we're drawn on the hourly. Okay, but if we look here, we had our run up, right? We were at 723, and then what happened after that? We cooled off. We went all the way down to like $3.76. That's more than a 50%, around 50% decline right there. Those people, a lot of people, they didn't sell. They held. Look at the volume in here. This volume is not being matched up by red volume at all. Look at the volume compared to here. The volume it does not even match or add up at all. These people bought in here. A lot of people bought in under the $2 range. A lot of people bought in, And then they held and they held and they're still holding because look at this massive sell off, 50% decline. Actually, that's like a 66, it's like a 60, 70% decline from 15.69 to $5. There's no volume to match it up, guys. There's no volume. What does that mean? Brandon, what does this mean? It means people are holding their shares and the price action is not adding up to the volume. What this basically means in a simple layman's terms, we're going to moon. It's just a matter of time, in my opinion. In my opinion, I could be wrong. We can go back to freaking BND listed, right? It's all a possibility. No risk, no reward. Anything in life that's worthwhile is not going to be easy. That's why there's risk in everything that you do. Believe it or not, there's risk. There's risk with BioNano. But in my opinion, we're going to be mooning pretty soon. But back to my point, guys, there's pullbacks are necessary. So if you're worried about today, you're like, oh no, it's time to sell. I have paper hands, right? Forgive me. No, none of that. No paper handing. We already shook out the paper hands. If you hold through, yeah, the markets might start tanking again. Yeah, all right. We had a sour hour. We had a horrible day, right? Nasdaq actually ended green, right? But our stocks were cooling off especially hard. I'm down like $1,000 on the day. Yeah, let's see here. Okay, no, maybe not. Well, okay, yeah, 1,000, yeah. So 1,000 on the day for me. But yeah, if the markets keep dipping, yes, BioNano is going to suffer. But guess what? Guess why I'm holding long term? Because the markets historically go up always. Always. Historically, they go up. So 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 1 year from now, 5 months from now, even in my opinion, we're going to be past all-time highs, in my opinion. All right, but that's just me. Let's look at the daily Bollinger Bands. Middle Bollinger Band, 1020. Current price action is at 873. Okay, we're going to be pulling. It's going to be like a magnet effect, right? We're going to be getting just some pulling, some momentum towards that middle Bollinger Band. When you're below it, you want to go the price action. The price action subconsciously, right? It doesn't have a conscious, right? But it wants to go back to that middle Bollinger Band. Conversely, when you're above the middle Bollinger Band, you want to go back to it, right? That's where the price wants to be. The middle Bollinger Band. That's like equilibrium, right? That's where it's neither overbought or oversold, right? So keep that in mind. Okay, MACD, we didn't really go over that. Okay, we're almost getting bullish confirmation on the daily 4 hour, that daily MACD. That's something to watch for. And on the 4 hourly, we're obviously looking very deftly. Let's see what we're doing after hours. Okay, we're bouncing a little bit. Other stocks are bouncing. Okay. There's not much to say here. We're in, this is bearish territory right now. But once we get it bounce off of this descending trend line, let's see if we did. Okay, we are trying to break out right now. Let's maximize this. We're trying to break out right now. If we can, we're below it right now. We're getting a little bit of a false breakout. But if we can just push a little harder, we can confirm the breakout, maybe make a nice move to the upside. But we will see. Taking a look at insider ownership, 3%. 3% of the shares outstanding is owned by insiders. That is what that means. Slightly bullish. There's nothing new here. 7% of the shares outstanding is owned by insiders. Okay, fact checking with Finviz. We like to look at multiple sources to see, match up the information, right? It does not really add up very much, right? But institutional ownership does add up. Twitter. Okay, here we go. Another clinical validation study on the Sapphire on 85 sample. 85. She concluded that Sapphire is 100% concordant with standard cytogenetic tools with an easier technical and analytical process, better resolution, and easier interpretation. Okay. Someone explained to me why this didn't do anything for the price action day. This is big. This is big stuff. Okay, we already know this stuff, but this is just more. This is just more doctors and more clinics and more institutions and more people realizing that the Sapphire is for real, and that's a big thing because Sapphire BioNano, it's not really a proven company yet. Okay, a lot of the current valuation is based on future growth, right? That's the whole deal with penny stocks and low cap stocks, right? Anything under $30 that hasn't had a reverse split, even. All right, some even more than that, some less, right? Whatever. It's different with everyone, but mass adoption, clinical mainstream adoption, right? Mainstream adoption. That's what we want. That's one of the biggest things that BioNano is missing right now because people are not convinced that this bad boy right here, the life-saving product that is going to make us millionaires, right? Maybe, probably, in my opinion, it will. If you have enough shares, yeah, you'll become a millionaire on the Sapphire, in my opinion. You definitely can. That is obviously, it's definitely possible, and I think it's likely if you wait long enough. But guys, this is just, look at this, kid. We got a BioNano management presenting virtually at another conference virtually. Hey, guys, it's every day. It's every day there's some good news. And this is not priced in. Not every company does this. Not every company is doing conferences and doing studies and having doctors review their product because they're not as confident as BioNano's team is. BioNano CEO is like the freaking, he's he's Superman, dude. He's doing everything. He's doing conferences. He's obviously, the stock price is going insane right now the last couple of months, right? So he's been very busy with the company that they're expanding operations, right? Sales are they're going to be doing a lot more sale heavy work this next quarter and this next year, right? We saw that in the presentation a couple of weeks ago or last week, I believe. So this is just, it's inevitable to me that we're going to be seeing we're going to be seeing all time highs. It's just a matter of when to me. Okay. I can be wrong. This is it. This is basically just a reiterating of this right here, basically. But they're going to be presenting at several upcoming investor conferences. All right, they got March 16th, 18th. That's now. March 17th and 19th. That's now. Well, that's tomorrow. All right, guys. Why wouldn't you want to be in a company? Why wouldn't you be confident in a company that's doing so many conferences with so many potential catalysts, with catalysts that are not even priced in right now? People don't understand. People don't understand what they're doing. I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's eventually these things that they're doing. It's going to be priced in, and people are going to start waking up. That's all I can say. All right. This dog crap of an article. All right, biogenomics will likely be volatile prior to quarter four earnings. All right, that's fine. That's totally cool. We're not going to read much of this. Let's see if we can see any particular losses of 10.8 million in the third quarter. That does not bode well for an emerging company. All right, this is a very negative article, and rather than boring you with all this, okay, you can go read this. I'm going to link this. This is a reply to that article. Okay, essentially, this is what you need to know. Basically, I agree with a lot of what this person says, but one thing that they don't say is that a lot of companies are losing money. Where do we see that 10.7 million loss? Okay, I don't know. Okay, 10.8 million loss. Yeah, a lot of companies in BioNano stage of an emerging company, right? A lot of companies are in similar situations with losing money and not being profitable. Right? This person acts like it's such a big deal. Right? Yeah, that's a fair amount, but yeah, the product has a fair amount of potential. Right? The potential far outweighs the value and the weights of $10.8 million for BioNano. It's not even close. It's not even close. I mean, their product has the potential to save millions of lives. People don't realize how important the genome space could be. I mean, we're talking cure cancer. I mean, potentially, okay, in a decade, curing cancer with genomes, with the amount of research that's been going on now, exponential curve, that kind of exponential growth. Easily possible curing cancer with genomes, in some fashion, right? Curing it completely like that, probably not, but at least serious advancements with cancer developments and cure solutions, preventatives, right? Certainly a possibility and likely to happen, and 100% guaranteed to offset any sort of $10 million loss or $20 million loss, right? That doesn't compare to what BioNano's product is doing. But anyways, I'll link this one in if you want to give this a look. All right, current positions. BioNano, April 7th price target is $10. End of year bear case 50. End of year bull case $100 to $200. I want to be clear. I'm going to be repeating this a lot, unfortunately, just because I'm worried once the channel starts getting bigger, if it ever does. All right, if it ever does, I'm getting more discouraged of late, honestly. But I'm still working hard. I'm still working hard as heck, as you guys can see. But anyways, I got to be repeating this line. I'm about to because it's. People, I can see people trying to getting pissed off about it. Okay, end of your bull case $200. What does this mean? Why is there 3 price targets here, Brandon? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? All right, this is what I think we're going to go to. This is the first take profit sign, right? This is what I think we're going to go to by the end of the year. And for anyone who's wondering where the rest of them are, here they are. Boom, those are all my positions. Oh yeah, we need to change this. Okay, yeah, before we even go into what I'm about to say, we need to talk about MP materials real quick, so we don't make this video too long, because I think that's hurting the views potentially, or the click-through rate. All right, MP materials, they got earnings on the 18th. I'm not going to get into why the earnings is so important, but this company is likely to just destroy earnings. That's why I'm in. I don't have a huge position. I wish I did, but everything's down today, so I hate selling other stuff. Luckily, I did have a fair amount of buying power, but I was also adding on the dip. I was adding on Mara. I'm so bullish on Mara. I want to get my Bitcoin. I'm very bullish on Bitcoin and Mara. This is, oh my God. If the markets didn't go down so much today, Mara would not be suffering so much. But Yeah, it's down. Yeah, it's already up 2% after hours. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, honestly, when the market's not here, they do well. Okay, Bitcoin does well when the markets are not. Anyways, I added on MP Materials. I sold a little bit of BioLace. I'm so bullish on BioLace, but the thing is, they don't have a ton of catalysts coming up short term. But I know they're going to explode soon. Very bullish on BioLace. Do not worry if you're a BioLace bull. I still have my position. I'm not selling out of BioLace. Still got total cost of $736. It's more than 5% of the portfolio. All right. I sold a little. What else? I sell a little bit of. I don't. Oh yeah, CTXR. CTXR. So a little bit of CTXR. I love CTXR, but it is one of my. Is this my biggest position? It is. Yeah. Okay. Even with the I sold like $200 today. It's 16% of my portfolio, and yeah, it's really easy for me to sell $200 of this and then use margin and get a decent, 5% portfolio position in MP Materials, which is likely to get like a 20% increase in the next 2 days. That's a very if you're looking for a quick swing, that is like a very high probability trade, in my opinion. MP Materials. Anyways, this video is not going to get any views because it's so long. All right, but $200 into your bull case. That's the top amount of the BioNano stock price that I feel we can go to. Now, price targets, you can define them a little differently, right? But price targets, essentially, orthodoxly, I would say, conventionally, right? I would say they just mean when you want to take profits or when you should take profits on a stock. That's what the price target should be. And of course, end of year, that's by the end of the year, that's where I think you should take profits. Now, that's the bull case. The bear case, this is what you should start taking profits at, and even before then, if you want to swing it, right? And $50 is high. $50 that's a 5x. It's a 5x from its current price. All right, I'm confident in this. We have less than a year to get there. This is my opinion. I can be wrong. I can be wrong. I can be way wrong. All right. This is just my opinions. Those are the current positions. Relevant information in regards to the title is finished now. Feel free to click off if you have more important things to do. This is the part I would do the stuff most YouTubers do in the first 5 seconds, plus cool stuff as well. Merchandise Patreon. We're working on it. We're working on the Patreon. We're getting it done slowly but surely. YouTubers that you can trust a little bit more than you would prior to this video, but not completely. Of course, be objective about what people are saying. Dead Inside, Trades, and Zip Trader. Those are the three, I like those three the most compared to everyone else besides me, of course. I'm the best, of course. I'm a newbie to YouTube. Keep this in mind. When you see me make a typo or, whatever the mistake is going to be, a cut that's not exactly accurate, right? Whatever it is. I'm a newbie. All right, BrandonBallsDIY.com. That's where you want to send me your search suggestions or questions. Okay, y'all already know this. I'm not even going to go over this today. Y'all already know. Weeble free link. All right. Our business model is never going to change. BioNano to the moon. Carl, get the gun. Get Lori. We're leaving. All right, that's. I'm sorry for that pain. And that cringe. I'm sorry. Double, and triple, and quadruple cringe right there. Yeah, it's Walking Dead. Yeah, Carl. It's not financial advice, guys. Thank you all so much. See you on the next one.